Hello YouTube, I'm back again, although not with the original video that I spoke about at the end of yesterday's video, which is going to Spider-Man Thor comic book box, which is the second part of my entire comic book collection series, although that will be coming hopefully tomorrow, if not Thursday. Yeah, so what this video is instead is my ranking, well, sort of my ranking of the 3 different versions of the Harry Potter books I have. So I have the Johnny Duddle covers, which have been released in the UK in the last couple of years, the original UK Bloomsbury paperbacks, this is all paperback by the way, and the American paperbacks. And so we're going to go through and I'm going to rank them. I'm going to start from book 1 all the way through to book 7, and I'm going to rank them in order of which cover is my favourite. So, for book 1, Philosopher's Stone. So let me start by showing you the 3 covers. So, Philosopher's Stone, book 1, we have, that's the American book, Philosopher's Stone, that's the front cover. Then for the original British paperbacks, the Bloomsbury ones, we have this, which is, you would admit, very different. And then for Johnny Duddle's reimagining of the cover, we have this. Now, of these, I think I would have to give the first place for Philosopher's Stone to the American cover. I don't know why, there's just something about that I love. So that's my favourite Philosopher's Stone cover. Second place, Johnny Duddle. Because I think it's whimsical, it's magical. It makes me want to read the book. And so of course in last place for Philosopher's Stone is the original British Bloomsbury book. I mean, Harry looks about 40 for a start. Possibly 30. The Hogwarts Express is also right next to a Muggle train. Yeah, sorry Thomas Taylor, but I think we're a little bit off there. So, that's Philosopher's Stone. He says, quickly doing a swap around. So, next up, we of course have Chamber of Secrets, and the American cover for Chamber of Secrets looks like this. The original British cover for Chamber of Secrets looks like this. And then Johnny Duddle's reimagining of the Chamber of Secrets cover looks like this. So I think my favourite one here is, in first place for Chamber of Secrets, is Johnny Duddle. The reason for this is because it actually kind of, a lot of people say, well, why is that your favourite, and it gives away the book's ending. It kind of not, but it does kind of. But I like it because it's whimsical, it's magical, but also this time it actually shows Harry in the chamber with the basilisk and Fawkes and the Sword of Gryffindor, and I just love that cover. It's amazing. In second place, that's first place. First place. I've gone in reverse order. Never mind. In first place, obviously, my favourite Chamber of Secrets cover is the Johnny Duddle one. In second place is the American cover, because it's Harry coming out of the chamber. It actually has on the wall there behind him. It says the Chamber of Secrets is written in blood on the chamber wall there, even though that's kind of wrong. And then obviously third place, my least favourite, the British one. I mean, the original British cover. I mean, Harry and Ron look about 30. Not gonna lie. So that's Chamber of Secrets. You see, when I first came up with this video idea, I thought, I hope I'm not going to be biased towards one particular set of books, but I haven't been so far. So I've got to remember I do third place first. Okay. So, the American cover for Prisoner of Azkaban looks like this. So how is the American Prisoner of Azkaban that thick, and the original British Prisoner of Azkaban is only that thick, and then the Johnny Duddle version, I won't show you the cover yet, but is that thick? How is that possible? So that's the American cover, The Prisoner of Azkaban. It's actually got Harry and Hermione on Buckbeak. Harry and Hermione on Buckbeak from later in the book. The original British cover is this, which again is Harry and Hermione riding Buckbeak, so it could come down to the Battle of the Buckbeaks. However, the Johnny Duddle reimagining of the Johnny Duddle version, I keep saying reimagining, the Johnny Duddle version, or slash reimagining of the Prisoner of Azkaban cover, looks like this. Harry casting his Patronus. Now, I knew it was going to get hard, and this has just got difficult. But I think my favourite... So in third place here, I think, goes to... Oh, this is a rare one for me. The American version. Because here's why. Both the American cover and the British cover have Harry and Hermione on Buckbeak. However, the American one went for the very much sort of cartoony style, which, now don't get me wrong, I did put Philosopher's Stone at the top. That has the same cartoony style. But I think when it comes to creatures like this, they need to be slightly slightly realistic looking to make it work. And for me, there's something about Buckbeak on this cover. It's got nothing to, well, I mean, Hermione does look a bit odd, but it's got nothing to do with Mary Grandpré, the way Mary Grandpré is drawn Buckbeak or anything. It's just the particular art style. So it's not necessarily, you know, the actual picture, it's just the way that it looks, if that makes any sense. This is just my personal opinion. In second place, the British one, because as I say, this actually looks a lot more realistic. Then again, Harry does look slightly older and Harry actually looks roughly age appropriate this time, as does Hermione. And again, yeah. So I just like that this looks a bit more realistic with the hippogriff than the cartoony style of the American books, which isn't a product. I don't mind the cartoony style, it's just that certain things look better in it than others. And so that's second place. So that means that first place, my favourite Prisoner of Azkaban cover is Johnny Duddle with the Patronus. Okay, so that's Prisoner of Azkaban. Next up, of course, is, he says, once he gets this all sorted out, is Goblet of Fire. And the American cover for Goblet of Fire looks like this. The original British cover for Goblet of Fire, or I'm going to say UK for now. The original UK cover for Goblet of Fire looks like this. And then this time it really is a kind of reimagining actually by Johnny Duddle, because it's more or less the same picture, just done in a very different way. This is the Johnny Duddle version. And if you look at these side by side, he has kind of literally reimagined the original UK cover. So, you know, again, it could come down literally to art style on this one. So, in third place, my least favourite Goblet of Fire cover is the original UK one. My least favourite because, again, Harry looks like he should have left school about 20 years ago. And the dragon to me just doesn't look very threatening. Even though it is blowing fire directly at Harry, it looks more annoyed than like really fiercely angry. In second place is Johnny Duddle. Because the reason he's in second place and not first is because, well, I just prefer I just like the American cover more. But the fact that this one wasn't in the thing that just edged this one into second place instead of third is because we can actually see the golden egg on this one, whereas on the original UK cover it's literally just an orange glow. Doesn't even it doesn't look like an egg, but you have to look up close, otherwise that looks like an orange glow, doesn't it? So, but also, not only that, but also the dragon on here looks a lot more threatening and dangerous. I mean, that fire blast is a lot more threatening looking than the one on the original UK cover. And so, of course, as I already pointed out, in first place for me, my favourite Goblet of Fire cover is the American one. I just love that cover. I don't know why, I just do. Harry's actually holding the egg. You can see Harry actually holding the egg here. We've got the Hungarian Horntail referenced on this cover by Mary Grandpré. Yeah, Mary Grandpré. It's just here. Excuse me. And then those other characters. So, I like that. I really do. So that's Goblet of Fire. Oops. Next up is, of course, once I can get this all sorted. Next up is Order of the Phoenix. So, the American cover for Order of the Phoenix looks like this. It's all blue and whimsy, and I believe that's the Department of Mysteries from the end of the book. The original UK cover looks like this, just a giant phoenix with fire underneath it, as obviously the phoenix is reborn from the ashes. How many? And then the Johnny Duddle cover looks like this. It's you know, Harry, Ron and Hermione. Harry, Ron and Hermione, that could be right, but it's Harry and the others riding the Thestrals, riding off to London on the Thestrals. And some people actually pointed out how Harry does look a little bit like a girl on some of these Johnny Duddle covers. This one particularly, I think. So, number 3, my least favourite, is Johnny Duddle. It's the Johnny Duddle cover. I love the Thestrals, don't get me wrong. It's just, I cannot forgive just quite how much Harry looks like a girl on this cover. Harry looks more like Harriet. But, yeah, so Johnny Duddle. Also, I would have preferred it if he'd done it with a much better lighting scheme so we could actually see the Thestrals rather than sunset. I get that this is sunset, I think was like the time of day they were riding off in the book, but I would have preferred it with a slightly better lighting. We're going to do the scene with the Thestrals in the woods, so that Harry sees Luna and the Thestrals in the Forbidden Forest. That way you can do better lighting. Second place goes to the original UK cover. My second favourite my second favourite Order of the Phoenix cover. Because I just love the idea of having I think this is Fawkes here on the front. What other Phoenix could it be? And I just love that idea of having Fawkes right there, front and centre. And of course that means that my favourite one is the American one. I just love the idea of Harry being in the Department of Mysteries as the front of the book. So that's Order of the Phoenix. Next up, of course, is Half-Blood Prince. So the American cover for Half-Blood Prince looks like this. The original UK cover looks like this. So sort of similar to the American one in terms of it being Harry and Dumbledore, but just from 2 different scenes. And then Johnny Duddle's cover, again, if you look at it, it looks like this, and it is literally, again, a kind of reworking / reimagining of the original, I can't get these both on screen, but the original UK cover. So, my third favourite, oh, this is difficult, because 2 of them are very, very similar, one of them is quite different. My third place goes to the original UK cover, because I think there's a version of this particular cover, which obviously you've already seen, that does this thing a lot better. So that's third place. Second place goes to Johnny Duddle, because again I think he just gets it so much more right, he does it such a better job of it than who did the cover art for that one. That's handy, it doesn't tell me. I have to look inside the book. Jason Cockcroft. I just think that Johnny Diddle does a much better job of it than Jason Cockcroft did on the original cover. And so that therefore means that in the first place, my favourite Half-Blood Prince cover is the American cover. Okay. So, if you've made it this far, thank you. And we now come on to the final book, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And on this occasion, all three of them are very, very different. So the American cover for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows looks like this. In the words of James Rolfe, what were they thinking? Literally, what were they thinking? It's just Harry going, oh. But, yeah, bit odd, that cover. The original UK cover looks like this. It's Harry, Ron and Hermione in Bellatrix's vault. And, amazingly for these books, Harry finally kind of looks age appropriate. And then the Johnny Duddle cover looks like this, and it is the scene in it's the scene when Harry goes into the Forbidden Forest to confront Voldemort, and Voldemort, Avada Kedavra's him, basically just killing the part of him that already lives in Harry, part of his soul that lives in Harry. So there's that. So of these three, which is my least favourite? Excuse me. My least favourite of these three Deathly Hallows covers, my least favourite is, I mean, again, in the words of James Rolfe, what were they thinking? The American cover. Because it just seems so, I mean, where is Harry? In the Colosseum? What is going on? What were they thinking? Sorry, James. Sorry, James Rolfe, I don't mean to keep saying that, but what were they thinking when they came up with this? What were you thinking, Merry Grand Pré? I mean, what scene is that even supposed to represent? I have no idea. My second favourite, in second place, is the original. So that's the third. That was the American one. Is the least favourite. Excuse me. The American Deathly Hallows cover, again, just to reiterate, is my least favourite. That is third place, dead last. In second place is the original British cover, with them in Bellatrix's vault. And of course, my favourite Deathly Hallows cover is the Johnny Duddle cover of Harry and Voldemort in the Forbidden Forest. That has to be my favourite Deathly Hallows cover because I love that scene. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's how I'd rate the different covers. Yeah. I wanted to do that video for a while. I just never got around to it. And tonight I just thought, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So, I did. Finally. So, thank you very much for watching. Keep your eyes open tomorrow for the Spider-Man and Thor comic book box, which is part 2 of my entire the series I'm doing of my entire comic book collection. Keep your eyes open for that tomorrow, and until then, look after one another, be kind to one another, take care of one another, like what you like, love who you love, and also love what you love, and take care of one another, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.